Test. Check. Mic test. 1, 2, check. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. We are live, folks. Let me just set up our chats and we should be good to go from there. Nice. Welcome. Yes. We're live on Twitch, on YouTube, and on Facebook. So all of our chats are visible across the board, which is good. We've got live streams from all of them, which is nice. And we're good to go. Cool. So what is our agenda for today? Our agenda actually is, first, to climb ranks. That's for sure. We're climbing up. We've been since yesterday. We actually got to AA0 yesterday, which is quite nice. And then aside from that, we are waitlisted for the 1.5k USD weekend tournament at this 26th and 27th, which is in 2 days. There's 2 tournaments, which is nice. And we're playing in both. At the moment, we are solely on Runecraft. If you look at our profile, it's just been Runecraft. 245 games of Runecraft, which is okay. But aside from that, we want to test a second craft, which I think we are exploring between Swordcraft and Abysscraft, actually. So that is something that we might try out for this live session, depending on how our ranked games go for Runecraft at the moment. The decklist we're running is quite straightforward, actually. We've got 3 Stormy Blasts, 3 Apprentice Astrologers, 3 Melvies, 3 Witches New Brew, so this provides us with Earth Sigils. And then we've got Sagelight Teachings as a 3 of as well. Homework time to draw cards. Edelweiss to control the board. This is one of our new stuff here, which can actually dismantle aggro starts. Because if you've got the Earth Sigils early on, you play this out, you deal 4 damage, you swing at a unit, and you get 2 play points back to play out another of these units. Or just uptick your Earth Sigils, that's another line. You've got Annengrea here, standard control element. Norman, powerhouse in this build. There's an argument to go 3 of on Norman here. And then 2 of on Burgent to help with the spell boost, because we lost a lot of spell boosts. Something we're trying out at the moment is Lilanthem. 8 cost that if you've got Earth Sigils, it stays in play until opponents can deal with it. Very powerful, and they highly likely can't if you've got a ton of Earthrights in play to spend, because whenever they deal with it, you resummon her. So powerful. And then we've got the Ruler and Dimension Climb lines. So that's the list we're trying out. Let's see how far we go. Boom. Looks like there will be a lot of Swordcraft mirrors, though, once we delve into Swordcraft. So something to take note of as well. So let's throw that away. Let's throw everything away because we want units early on against Swordcraft, or removals in the form of Stormy Blast, which is nice. And we've got the Earth stuff in hand, which is also quite nice. So that's a curve right there. We forgone with we removed the foresight, I believe, which is 1 cost draw card. And that's it. Because that's mainly used for spell boosting, which we're not getting from those cards anymore. We're getting them from Kuons, from Burgents, and from Annengrea. And yes, that is our setup for today. Pulse comes down, deals with our unit. We're not too scared. We still have a lot of lines to go for. Thinking, we have the Dimension Climb in hand, which is usually bad, and we can mulligan away with Apprentice Astrologer if we wanted to. But the thing is, we have Kuon already, which can help uptick Dimension Climb slowly, and we might go for a control game plan. So, in that regard, I think we play Apprentice Astrologer and pitch Witch's New Brew. I think we should go for that, to be fair. It's the least damaging of our cards. And we'd be setting up nicer for the late game, because we're going through our decks more. So we've got a unit in play, we've got 2 Earth Sigils. We don't mind drawing into Edelweiss now, or something like Annengrea for the next few turns. Hello, Melvi. Very nice. Melvi actually helps our curve out because we get another Witch's New Brew, and we can also engage here. So quite solid as well. We can play out the Witch's New Brew. If we draw a Stormy Blast, that would be nice. Didn't draw any of those. So we engage here, and we don't swing because our opponent has Ward. So that could be just a wasted attack, which we could save for later on if, for example, they decide to not clean our board and then we are able to sweep. Then we'd be in a good position to swing back. So that is one of our arguments to why we are not swinging into Ward units at the moment. Oof. Aha. How big is homework time? Just 1 at the moment. We've got a few lines here. I think we should start with the Witch's New Brew, just drawing into our deck. Hello, a turn too late. Annengrea. Thinking, because we now have a lot of Earth Sigils, I think it's safe to use Sage Light Teachings to deal 4 damage to all enemy units. Clean up the board and go from there. You've got Annengrea for next turn to do another set of cleanups here, which lines up quite nicely as well, because we can play Annengrea, changing homework time into looking smart because of the triple spell boost it provides. And then from here we can evolve Annengrea to deal 3 damage there, which means looking smart is gonna deal 2 damage to a random unit, one of the 2 defense units down here. So very clean, and then from here we just wipe the board up and we're good. Board wipe while applying our own pressure for them to deal with in the form of Annengrea. And if you look, even without any of our other spell boost stuff, we are easily able to spell boost Dimension Climb. Kuon provides 5 spell boosts each, and Annengrea provides 3. So very powerful indeed. From here, I think we can go for the Annengrea line again. But we've got space, so might as well play out Apprentice Astrologer here and pitch one of the cards. Thinking though what to pitch. We don't have a lot of options. This is all good, basically. Another argument, if everything's good, we might as well just play out the Kuon and clean up from here, which is also not a bad shout, to be fair. So that's a 6 damage swing there, 3 damage swing here, and a 4 damage swing to life. And we're good to go. From next turn, we have options. We've got homework time into Annengrea, or William to wipe the board, or Apprentice Astrologer away one of our bad cards we draw, which at the moment we don't have any, which is a good problem to have. So that's nice. Let's see. Amelia. Okay. These all have rush, which means they can wipe the board up without having to super evo. Okay. They super evoed a knight. Just a standard knight. Which is good for us. We do have answers to this board state through William. I'm just thinking, is there another line where we don't have to super evo? We can clean up with Anangrea. That's gonna use up one of our evolutions though. So also not the best. So I think our line here is to look smart. Aha. Interesting. That's where we wanted it to go. Which is great. So because they also used one Super Evo already, I'm thinking, do we want to use the second one? I don't want to because we're trying to set up for a big turn in the coming turns. In the form of Dimension Climb, Ruler of Cositus. Which is gonna happen on 10. So I think our line here, to be fair, is to play out Kuon. And just swing at this unit, leaving Amelia on the board. We can still deal with Amelia next turn, because we've got the William to just wipe the board. And if we evolve William, that's gonna spell boost our hand twice. But we don't need to, we do actually need to. Because we need to bring Dimension Climb down to 0 for the full combo in the following turn. So it is gonna be interesting how they deal with the board. We weren't able to clean up nicely here. And we might take 6 to the life. But I think that is not bad. 9 to the life, actually. With an evolution. If they decide to. Okay. Dawns. That also could have been risky, to be fair, now that I think about it. Because our opponent's on 8, next turn they could Albert to bring themselves up to... Hold on. Let me just think for a sec. Anangrea. I think we need to go for it here. Edelweiss as well is quite good. I think what we're doing now is we're gonna have to Dimension Climb, which I didn't want to be fair. But because we're at 11, we need life gain at this point to stabilize. Or a blocker in the form of Anne's summoning. So let's clean up here. Dealing 3 there. Do we spell boost? Not anymore. We didn't draw into life gain, which is bad. We drew into our combo of Dimension Climb. If they Albert Evo here, we don't mind. Because Albert deals 3 when it comes down. And they can follow up with Super Evo to deal 12. But they'll have to swing into this, which they didn't want to, which is good for us. Because it gives us time. And that's the last Super Evo. Okay. Interesting. Strong top deck. Very strong top deck for us. So that means we can Anangrea here. No more Super Evos. So we're not that scared anymore. We can swing into that. Stormy Blasts on 5 now. So if we play out a Demonic Call to clean up here. Are we gonna Super Evo? That's such a waste. But that's what we need to clean up. So I think we do go for it. There's no more evolutions on both sides. And a there's one normal evolution on the opponent's side, which is not a Super Evo. No more Super Evos on both sides with this setup. But I think we're still in an okay position. Our opponent still has to deal with a 7-7. And we still have dimension climbs to play out for the next turns. Wow, that is 7 to life. Oof, we're down to 4. Burgent can come out. Can also spell boost, which is nice. So let's go for that. Let's play out the more expensive dimension climb. See what we get. Lilanthem is here. That's quite solid as well. We could also gain our life back. And let's deal with that board. Are we supposed to board wipe? I don't think so. Because our opponent could now play the Gildarias out, which at this point is gonna bring out 2/2/4s. Albert. Oh wow, that's perfect. Albert with an evolution can deal 10 damage. So, yep, they got us. I think we needed life gain, which we never got. That's why I've seen lists running 3 Normans, which might be the line, to be fair. Not gonna lie. Maybe Lilanthem isn't the line here in terms of what legendary we want. But a 1 of I think is not bad. But if we had Norman there instead of that Lilanthem, then we would have gained 4 life, which would have been big. Let's see. And there were, I think, other lines as well to be defensive with, to potentially play out the Ruler of Cositus 4 at that point. So something to take note of. Let's see, Abysscraft, so that's going to be a heavily aggressive deck. We have Burgent and Aningrea in hand. We're going second, which means we can do a back-to-back Burgent into Aningrea. So let's keep both. And hope to draw into turns 1, 2, and 3. Which we have a turn 1 and a turn 3 play. So not the worst, to be fair. And which is New Brew also helps. Barrel. Okay, that is gonna be a world of hurt. Hello, Dimension Climb. Not the best at the moment, but still okay. We just need... So this could potentially be the Edelweiss. We have cut Edelweiss for Lilanthem, but this could also potentially be the 3rd Norman. So that is something we're judging at the moment. Do we want Lilanthem or do we want Norman? So at this point, we actually have perfect Earth Sigils at 3 to perform the Earthright mode of Sagelight Teachings to deal 4 damage across the board. That's gonna wipe their board, which is quite nice. Leaving us stable at 16 to 16, having the Burgent line next turn, and then Aningrea the turn after that. 1/1s! Perfect! More 1/1s! That's what we want to see when we're playing out Burgents. So that is lining up quite nicely at the moment. Clean up. Clean up. Evolve. So when you evolve Burgent, you're now gonna get an onion patch from this turn forward. Because of the crest. So let's end the turn. And see what's up. Now we can pressure quite nicely. Next turn Aningrea, turn after that Aningrea again. Turn after that Kwon. And then we go from there. Okay. Sure. Is that going live? Are you gonna leave us with a 6/6? Oh. Interesting. We've got the onion patch to deal with that. Lining up quite nicely. We can play out Anangrea here as well. Thinking. So two options. Either we evolve Anangrea, swing at this, leaving a 5-5 to defend against whatever comes down. But I don't think we need to. I think we just swing there. We still have a 5-1 with Ward that they do still have to go through. They're at 6, which means we can pressure them quite nicely. Sure. Are you gonna swing at life? This has Storm. Great, we'll take it. We'll take the victory. Victory rewards. Cool. Right. So after a few games, let's build a new deck. We only have Runecraft as our deck at the moment, but I am open to exploring other decks, and I think Swordcraft is one of them. Abysscraft as well. I think we have vials for one. We do have stuff to spend, so that's good. We have the free deck, which we can still select. So I think we'll be selecting Swordcraft there. Melvi we keep against Portalcraft. Very nice. And this is one of the reasons why we're playing Apprentice Astrologer instead of Penelope. If we draw Apprentice Astrologer here, we've got the Ruler of Cocytus to pitch. To draw. Try Aggro Abysser. Here S Thou at the meantime. Interesting. So I've seen that, and this is the one that has triple Odin, right? Which I think is strong as well. But there is the aggro mid-range sword as well that runs triple abyss as well, and they say that lines up better against aggro abyss. Because I'm thinking, if aggro abyss is tier S and Swordcraft lines up better against that, that might be our counter pick for the tournament this weekend. That's what I'm thinking. Because if we play aggro abyss mirror, it's just gonna be painful. So that's what I'm thinking about. That's what I'm weighing. If we can build both, I don't mind. And that is very strong, based from what I've seen and heard as well. And yeah, that's the one with 3 cost. The one that we saw last game that deals 3 to self, plays out bats, and plays out the 5 cost. On evolve, you bring out a 1/1 that has rush, that has storm, that has banish. I think I've seen that. So yeah, that's an option as well. Triple Odin, triple Serpent. So yep, Swordcraft looks great then with the current builds na lumalabas. That is very true indeed. Edelweiss, let's clean up. Boom, we've got the Earth Sigils, we've got the extra damage. Let's play out the Witch's New Brew. And engage here. We've got Sage Light to gain 3. So yeah, that is a good argument. And I think we could. I think we can build Abyss or Swordcraft next. I'll import some of the decks and let's explore it. Should be fun. Oof, 13 life. Let's see. This lines up nicely with Burgent, so let's go for it. Burgent into Onions, into dealing 2. There, into an Evolution for a Crest. To swing at that, and then let's use the play point to get an Earth Sigil. It is gonna reset next turn, so let's not waste that. And that's gonna be enough for Sage Light to sweep, which is good as well. Runecraft, homework time on 2. Plus the onion swing brings it to 3. Sage Light to 4. Not enough just yet. Anengrea can spell boost homework time to become a looking smart. So that's another of our lines. Well, let's have a look and a think and a check. Ooh, okay, I'll take that trade.
I'll get you next time.
Anengrea is great here. Oof, down to 10. We're not dead yet. Hello, that is a top deck. That gains us back all of the pain that our opponent dealt to us. So let's start with triggering the spell boost here. And then let's play out the Norman, restoring 4 life. And let's do that again. And we're back to 18. Just like that, we're able to deal with the board. They have to deal with a 7-3. And we end the turn from here. Spell counts on 3 for homework time. 3 for all of them, actually. Is nice. We have the apprentice now, which we can pitch ruler of Cocytus with. Cocytus. There's a lot of different pronunciations here. Tarula. Can attack 2 times per turn. Okay. You're only swinging once. That's something. Ooh, that's a nice top deck. And this can clean up as well. Quite powerful indeed. I think we go for the Kuon line here. So let's deal 1 there. Let's play out Kuon. They use the Super Evo, so let's handle that with our own Super Evo as well. Let's target our 4-5 to dish out 4 damage to life. So 6 to that Super Evolved unit. And then let's use our other thingies to clean that up. And 4 to life. Cool. Next turn, we've got Sage Light to gain 4 back. We're not too safe at 14, I think. I'd rather us be at 18 for the coming turns. It can be painful. But we should be good to go. Come in, come in. Welcome to our stream, folks. We are streaming Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. We're live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. All of our platforms, we've got chat, so we're happy to talk about things. We're practicing for the big tournament this weekend. Hopefully we get in. We're waitlisted there. So that is something to take note of. And no more Super Evos. Huh. We still do, which is good. We can play out Demonic Call here. Thinking hard. How do we deal with the board? Five. There's nothing to spell boost anymore, to be fair. So I think we just play out Anengrea here. There's an argument to deal 4 to the board as well. But I don't think we're after that. I think what we're after at this point is just to clean up. They don't have much anymore. So let's clean up nicely here. Let's Super Evo. Dealing 3 there. Let's use our Onion to deal 1 here. Spell boosting our hand. And then let's swing 7. That will deal 1 there. That's also going to leave us with exactly enough to go back up to 11. And leave us with this hand. And I think we are stable at this point. Next turn, we've got Demonic Call to deal with a 3 cost plus a Ruler of Cocytus if we wanted to. We don't have Dimension Climb at all. So we might have to go for just hard playing Ruler if there's no board. There is a board. There is a huge board at the moment. We're left with an Anengrea Super Evolved, which is powerful. Let's start with the looking smart though. We need to survive the 10 cost swing if our opponent goes for it. We've got life gain here in the form of Sage Light, bringing us up to 9, sadly. I think that's a free swing there, so let's take that. And from here, let's look smart again. We still have the space. What is going on? We need defense. So what we do need is another Sage Light, potentially. Nope. Lilanthem keeps showing us bad lines.
It's over. The spark of knowledge. It's gotta be the cutest.
That was rough. If they have the super fusion now, then we're dead. They'll deal 10 to life, and we're out. I didn't see if they managed to combine into that though. They are hybrid. Well, not really. They're just portal craft. They're just artifacts with Orcus at the moment. We need to get out of the 10 life range. So that is what we're after. Or put down defense. Okay, no big boys. That's good. Oof. We're not done with dealing 3 to life. Why, buddy? Stop the hurt. Okay. We've got Williams on 6 and 3, which is not bad. Edelweiss can deal with that. And then from there, we need to play something out. So let's start with a card draw here. Dimension Climb. That's a bit too late, I think. Let's pitch away Lilanthem. We're not playing down something that does not have defense or anything of the sort. Let's clean up here. Nope. Let's swing first so that we've got space. And then we can play out Melvi. We get a Witch's New Brew, which we can now use. Anengrea, that is strong, but we don't have space. We don't have... No, the 10 cost deals 5 damage anyway across the board. So don't really have control over that. Now we either win or lose this turn. Oof, double 3 cost. Great. So this is another time where if we had Lilanthem... Oh, if we had Norman, we'd be okay. So I am highly thinking of crafting Norman. A third Norman for our list and just foregoing Lilanthem. But what I liked about Lilanthem was in the mirror match, it just destroyed our opponents. So thinking back to the drawing board. Let's throw away Lilanthem. We do like Edelweiss as well. Very solid unit. Do we have one too many apprentice astrologers? Because if that's the case, the lists I've seen ran 2 Penelopes instead of the astrologers, which provides 2 Earth Sigil. So let's think about this. Yeah, but we get stuck sometimes with our cards in hand. So let's go up to 3 Edelweisses and then Norman. We can create a Norman for 3,500. Or is the third Edelweiss enough to stabilize? At which point we can use a second Burgent, or we just call it and craft the third Norman. Thinking. I want to test out Lilanthem more, to be fair. So we just removed one apprentice astrologer and added in an Edelweiss, which helps the... It doesn't really help. So this line helps the aggro matchup. But we're cutting an aggro card to help the aggro matchup, which is also not great. So maybe the line looks like this instead. 3, 6, 9 aggro cards, no Lilanthems, which means in the mirror match we only have Ruler to utilize, which I guess we can still get to be fair. We have extra card draw now in the form of Apprentice Astrologer maxed out, which we didn't have before against that deck, because when we tested we had Penelope. Plus, we also now have triple Edelweiss, which can also clean up nicely. And that's our list at the moment. Let's go! Abysscraft. Let's see. Aggro. So having no Lilanthem is good in this matchup. Lilanthem I think is great against the mirror. And Portalcraft I think, the slower variant. Although last game that was the slower variant and it didn't really pan out. So Abysscraft, let's find our 1 and 2 cost cards. Hello. Hello, double Melvi. Hello, Burgent. That is very nice indeed. So just from here, we're already feeling safe. We are going to take some hits. It's a bad draw. We do have Apprentice Astrologer to throw away Dimension Climbs against this matchup. Unless there's also the variant in Abyss with a mid-range style. I think if you have the Soiree, you are the mid-range style. If I remember. Hello, Norman. So let's swing here. Clean that up. Play out the Witch's New Brew. Draw a card. Stormy Blast or Melvi. I think the 1/1 isn't a threat at the moment. And we don't mind taking a few hits down to 16. So that our Norman heals us back up. So that our Sage Light also heals us back up. So we've got the options there, which we like. Hello, Anne and Greya. Now we think a bit. So here's a cool thing. So something that we can do, for example, if you don't really have nice lines, you can just go for an engage here. Play out a Witch's New Brew that resets your sigils, so that you can engage again, which I think isn't the worst line here, considering we just want to clean up. So let's Stormy Blast there, and swing 2 at that. That's going to leave them with a 1/1, which we can bait for them to Super Evolve to deal 3 to us. Great. At which point, we'll heal ourselves back up to 18 with Norman or Sage Light, depending on what comes down this turn. If it lines up nicely with Burgent, we're highly likely to play out Burgent here. If not, we can deal with the board with an Edelweiss plus Sage Light to heal, or an Anengrea. Depending on what our opponent plays, we've got options. Hello, 1 life unit. I'd like you to meet Onion Patches. Great, let's evolve that. So from here, let's swing 1. And something we learned is these onions are too easy for our opponent to deal with. So let's swing now to get the spell boost locked in. And then we end the turn from here. Next turn, we still have Edelweiss into 4. Because Edelweiss gives us 2 play points. So we're thinking what we want to use it on. Nothing really. So let's save it there. Ooh, that's going to deal 3 to both players. But I'd like you to meet Norman. Gonna gain us 8 life back. Busted card. All of the hard work from this mid-range deck is gonna be negated by Norman. We're gonna leave them with the skeleton again. Oh, we're not. Yeah, forgot about the onion. So let's deal with that. Easy. Play out Norman for life. Thank you very much. Evolution for another 4 life. Back to 19. All of the damage is gone now. And then we swing here for 7 and 1. Cleaning up nicely. Our opponent having to deal with our own Norman. We now have Edelweiss into Anengrea if we wanted to. That's a valid line now. Which is not bad if we want to save our Kuon for the 10 cost big attack. So that is a possible line. Let's see. Are they going to play out another unit to super evolve? Are you going to super evolve a ghost? Okay, that can go 3 to life. 4 to life actually. Bringing us down to 14. Which we will happily gain back again. Just thinking how to deal with that. Double Edelweiss. No, we can't. We don't have enough Earth Sigil. This brings her down to 6. One lines up nicely there. I think we go for it. So swing there. Play out Kuon. Evolve, super evolve Kuon to deal with 6 to their 6. And leaving us with a full board that they'll have to deal with as well. It leaves us with a lot of options here. We can go for Edelweiss plus Anengrea, leaving us with 1 to use Demonic Call on. Oh, that's gonna go to 0 anyway. Or we go Edelweiss, bringing us down to 6 for a double Sage Light. 1 for Earth Sigils, the other one for heals. Not bad at all. This is gonna spell boost our hand by 5. Because that spell boosts 3. That gives 1 each. Which impacts our dimension climb a lot. Good. What are they thinking about? No Cerberus at the moment. Huh. Okay, second Super Evo then. Strong line. Super Evo on Fildau is gonna pop a unit, and then that's gonna swing into units as well. So I think we'll be left with 1 unit. Ah. Did this not swing? Thinking we could easily start with an Edelweiss here.
Looking for allies again, Philda?
3 there. Okay, I see this. That means the Demonic Call does line up quite nicely here. And then we can swing here for 1 spell boost, swing there as well. And I think we can clean up here. Why did we do that? Because we want to go back up to 20. How much life did we gain? 4, 8, 12, 16 life. We'd have been on 4 at the moment, guys. Sure. So now we don't mind our opponent bringing out the goodies because we have Dimension Climb now on 0. The potential board wipe. Let's swing there. Let's play out the Apprentice Astrologer here. Throwing out William. We're planning to Dimension Climb anyway. That's why we're going for this line. Engage. Now let's reshuffle, draw back into a solid hand. Go from here. William can wipe the board. And Ingrea can also wipe the board as well. Which is not a bad call. Should have played out Witch's New Brew first to draw a card. This isn't the worst scenario though. And from here, I think we just end the turn. Let's leave this Super Evo for something nice. One can clean that up if we wanted to. Let's have a think. What are we after here? 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. I think we should start with a Witch's New Brew. Just to draw a card and see what we get. Apprentice Astrologer isn't the worst, I think. So we could start with one swing here. And from here we can play out the Kuon. Either super evolving or just normal swinging. Thinking hard. If we go for a super evolve line here, we won't have a win con anymore. But I think we will stabilize good enough that we are able to claw back in. Although our opponent, I think, is gonna stabilize if they play something like that again this turn. We don't have an answer to that anymore except for William, which means we will run out of answers. So that means Norman might have to draw 3 cards at this point. We ran out of cards against Abyss. So that's something to take note of. Mid-range Abyss and Control Abyss looks like they can go hand in hand against Runecraft's card advantage. I mean, look at that. They have 8 cards. We have 3 going to 4. And we were trying to be as conservative as possible with our removals as well. Which they were forcing us to use. Okay. No removals against us. That's nice. That's good. That means we can use this turn to draw 3 cards with Norman. Let's do a cleanup though. Draw 3. Come on. Strong draws. Okay. Let's see where we can start with. Oh ho ho. Very strong. We drew into a board wipe. Let's engage first so that we keep 1 for future turns. And then let's deal 4 across the board. And then let's go for life. Now we're pressuring. Now we're dishing out the big stuff. If they have another of the 9 costs, I think they stabilize. Because that destroys 4 followers, gains 4 life, and is a 5/9. that we need to deal with. Cerberus. Okay, that can deal with one. Oh, two units, leaving us with 2 units as well. We'll take it. We've got the card advantage back because of Norman. Norman's looking smart. Stormy is on 7. That can wipe that up, so let's go for it. From here, let's look smart, drawing 2 cards. And I think from here, we just engage. We don't want to add relevant units like William or demonic calls, so I think we go for engage, play a witch's new brew. A ruler of Crucitus. Interesting. Let's engage again. Swing, bringing our opponent down to 3, and then we play out the Melvi. From here, we've got good lines still, so let's end the turn here. Next turn, if they don't board wipe, we win. If they do, and they don't have units, we play out a ruler. If they have a small unit, we play out the ruler and play out demonic call. And we go from there. Looking good. Looking well. They're chilling.
Fly forth into an endless sky.
The smiling Undertaker dons his mask. Be at peace.
Ruined perfectly good materials.
Reach too high. Coming through, coming through.
5-3 and a 4-4. This is very rulerable, to be fair. We can deal with that with our demonic call. And we can use all of our units to deal with that. So what I'm thinking about is, even if we bring our opponent down to 2 life, it doesn't really matter. Because if we're not able to stabilize, for example, if they wipe the board next turn, then we're at 0 again. While this line will now have the Apocalypse deck, which we can draw into whatever we need. So I think that is our line.
Mourn for me as I'd mourn for you.
So now our deck will become the Apocalypse deck because of the ruler of Cocytus. And then from here, most of our top decks can wipe the board up. We have card draws, so we can draw into our top decks. And we will be in a good position to end the game from 5 life with Demon of Purgatory or Storm something. They're in a panic now, folks. The ruler is showing its fangs.
Our destination, the underworld. Rough and rare and
Sure. Our turn. Do we end the game? We don't. Let's draw a card. Oh wait, what are we doing? We just need to do that. And it's over.
I'm done here. What a snooze fest.
Done. Winning. That's good.
Here's mine. That feels correct.
We're getting our wins back. So looks like the build's working. And so far we're not missing Lilanthem as well. Edelweiss has been lining up nicely for us. We're gonna get a treasure chest here. If we win, we're playing against Swordcraft, folks.
Medium rare.
Very interesting. We've got the Burgent, the Melvi as well in hand, so that's good. So let's pitch the other stuff. And hopefully we get into a good curve. We've got 1, we've got 2, we've got another which is new brew from Melvi as well. So that's good. Draw and turn. Next turn, we've got Melvi. Cool. That's a lot of 6 costs. That's one of the reasons why I don't like running triple Norman and triple William. We either run 3 Normans, 2 Williams, or vice versa, which is at the moment vice versa. But William wipes the board. William's just a reset, which is like what evolutions and super evolutions do.
All is lost.
Our turn, which is new brew. Thinking. Let's play 1 out. See what we get. Demonic Call. Okay. Let's play another one. Into another one. Okay. We're just hard drawing with our Earth Sigils. Let's clean up here. And end the turn from here. Next turn, we don't really have a line except for Sage Light Teachings to wipe the board. Or to heal up. Which I don't think is that bad. Just to maximize our spell boosts plus making us play something on that turn. Zirconia came down. That's gonna bring out 2 2/2s. Question is, do we want to clean up here with Burgent so that we get the onion patches from this point forwards? Or do we want to clean up with Aningrea? I think we want the Burgent, just so that we can maximize the crescent, the crest that we get. The onion crest. We're gonna leave a 2/2 knight, which I think we can handle in the coming turns. We also have the Norman gain 8 line, which is good. This also could potentially be bait for the evolution. And then we clean that up afterwards. We can play Aningrea plus double Demonic Call this turn. So that's gonna wipe the board as well. Huh. That's a really early Albert. 5, 6, 7. Okay. Quite a threatening board, I must say. Although we're still okay. This is gonna dish out 5. Rethinking what line we are after. I think we can look smart now. Perfect. And then from here, we either double Demonic Call or just 1. Thinking, I think we still trigger the spell boost here. Swing once there. Play this out. And swing there. Right? Yes. Next turn, we've got Norman into gain 8. Into Demonic Call if we needed to. We also have Kuon if we also needed to. Depends on what our opponent does and how easily we can clean that up. I think that is going to be our line. Balls. Okay. That has Ambush. So they're going to be hidden against us. We're also just trying to dodge. Cool. Super Evo. I'd like you to meet William. They did that so that they have something to swing hard with next turn, which we are not gonna allow because we have the William line. Nope.
My first projection.
Engage that and end the turn here. What's next? Odin, sure. So we're pseudo going into really low life at the moment, but Edelweiss works. Edelweiss eats 2 here. No, it doesn't work. We need Norman to eat 2 from this. So we can play out Norman here. Gain 4. And then let's evolve Norman to gain another 4 life. Very nice. And then from here we either use our onions or swing Norman into that. Does the 1 attack damage here matter? I don't think it does, considering this lines up very nicely here. In which case were we supposed to apprentice astrologer here for additional pressure? There's nothing to pitch really though, unless we count Edelweiss as a pitch. I don't think we do, because we want also to save Edelweiss for if they play something like another Vals, like what we just saw. We want that as an answer. Oh, so this can pop anything that has damage. So if we swung there, that would have been free. While in this play, they had to use up one of their units. Deal with our Norman. We do need life though. So this turn, I think... Another ambush unit. Thinking. What are we after? So our lines here are, we could potentially clean this up with our 2 demonic calls. 3-6. Thinking hard though. If they play out Albert, they can't end us just yet. And if we draw into a second Kuon this turn, it's gonna be lights out. So I think we're playing to our outs here. Alright, let's play to our outs, folks. So our outs are a 10 cost Kuon next turn wins the game. Let's swing there, and there, and 4 to life. So if they wipe the board, our next line is Demonic Call into a Dimension Climb, into a Kuon. So that's what we will be looking for in the following turns. Amelia. So Amelia super evolving gives barrier, but that's about it. There's no more Albert line if our opponent goes for that play, which is great for us. Sets us up quite nicely. So let's see, do they go for it?
The harmony of death and destruction.
Sure. You're not a rally 20 yet, so you need to hard play that super Evo. And then from here, they can wipe the board up. But if we're going for the Kuon win, we can't really play units, because we will be stuck. We won't be able to generate lethal. Kuon? No Kuon. Thinking. Swing there. Let's start with a swing there. Let's play out our demonic calls. Stormy Blast something as well. We don't want to play our other units, because we're looking for Kuon. So I think we can Stormy Blast here and look for our win con. This could be too much. Okay, we didn't get it, sadly. Thinking though how to clean that up. So I think we use these here. Let's look smart to deal with that. We can play Norman to draw 3 cards here as well.
Transform, Adamantia.
There's the Kuon. Thank you for being a turn too late.
All I can do is ease up with them.
And we are now set up for a good turn. This can deal 10 plus 1, 11 damage total. Albert can't end us because there's no more super evos. So I think we're in a good spot.
Honor has no place on the battlefield.
I am at your service.
The mind of man and the power of a beast. Ruined perfectly good materials.
Coming through.
Let's see where we're at now. 7-5 and a 2-2. That is a lot of aggression at the moment. Do we win? Doesn't look like it, to be fair. This has Ward. Thinking of lines, I think our line here is
Amazing.
cleanup.
I'm satisfied.
An Edelweiss cleanup looks good.
Seeker dons her mask.
Dealing 4 damage. Let's gain our life back again.
Of knowledge.
We can play out Melvi here. Should have done that first, just to draw extra cards. Although we can go for the engage, play this engage again. Not bad at all. Keeping us good with our units in play. We've got Williams to wipe the board. 66. A 33. X, so that is a big spell boost count. Let's have a look.
Harmony of death and destruction.
Gildaria, sure. Into a Zirconia, sure. But then we still have our nice lines of that Edelweiss.
All this world lacks is wisdom.
My oath is fulfilled.
Into a William. Looks good.
Balance.
Just keep dealing with our board. We're going for the card advantage line now. We just flipped. Oof. No. Are they aggroing us out? Oh, that's nasty. That is very nasty indeed.
Easy, isn't it?
We don't have anything else we can do. So let's engage here. Use our dimension climb to draw into life gain. Nothing.
I give up.
Oh wow. Are we losing?
All I can do is ease up with them.
Oof. Painful. Their opponent just go for face and is gonna end us now with an Albert. Ugh. What was that? What was that? Painful. Painful indeed. I think it's now time for Swordcraft. They can handle things like that and just wreck us from nowhere. From 9? They had to go for it. Okay, let's build it. So first, let's get a deck. Deck giveaway. Let's claim something. Let's claim Swordcraft so that we get Gildarias at the very least. Let's also burn our excess cards. Liquefy, auto liquefy extras, bringing us back up to 20k. And then from here, we're building Swordcraft, folks. We're done with Runecraft based on what happened there. Let's claim these. We need all of the vials we can use. We have events to claim. Rupees galore. Okay. Then we've got gold here as well. Claim that. In the shop, I think we have a lot as well. So let's open 10 packs. Let's go. Give me the good stuff. Okay, Grimnir's not the worst. That's solid as well. And Rose is good. So that's nice. Let's open 5 more. What is... Sure. Okay, and then is 20k enough? Let's now have a look at the decks. I'll just pull one of the decks from here. Where did we find it before? We saw it from Shadowverse, CCG Master. Mid-range sword. Okay. I want things with Odin. Because we got triple Odin. Looks nice. Thinking. Okay, I've found a deck. I'll pull it in. Deck portal. Generate deck code. F8. F8A. Don't want that. Deck code F8AT. K. A. We have enough. Now we have nothing else. What do we like though? Geno? Geno as a one-off looks bad. I also don't want alt arts. Then Hound of War. Not a fan, to be fair. Let's cut that. We've got a lot of 3s already. We do like... Is this actually a one-of? Luminous Magus? I heard the full combo is Luminous and Amelia. That's the busted line, apparently. So shouldn't we be going all in on the Magus? Like that? No, do we only have alt art Olivia? I want normal art Olivia. No. Or no Olivia is another line. Olivia into what? 7 brings us back 2 play points, so we'll be able to play a 5 cost, which is either Albert or Luminous Magus, or one of the tiny units here, which is okay but not the best. Prim Princess's Picnic at 2, odd as well. Are we all in? Should we go all in aggression? Odin, 3 of, Geno, 2 of, I think. That looks better. So we're using the competitive build that we saw and building off of that. Amelia, do we want triple Amelia? This cleans up nicely, and if we play back to back to back of this, it's gonna be a struggle for our opponent to deal with. Geno we want at 2 because this is strong if there's units to attack into. So if there are positions where there are no units, then Geno's not gonna be lining up nicely. And we want exactly 2 units for Geno to be maximized. There are 3 units, we can't use that, so we use Amelia. If there's 1 unit, then we prefer Odin for the extra damage output. But aside from that, are we good to go? Would Gildaria... Is that why we have the hounds? Are the hounds here because of the rally count? Summoning 2 copies. There's an argument to cut Prim altogether and play something like, for example, we can go back to double Olivia again to have card advantage. Is Prim solid? Prim helps our game plan in the sense that we play a Prim, we get to 3, we have Nonja to play on 3. But if we're going second, we can go Prim into Nonja immediately. Ugh. Thinking. Who are our super evolved targets? We've got Amelia here. And nothing else really. And Albert, actually, to end the game. So maybe we cut this and just try the unit we just cut before, which is Olivia. That means we have a slower build. But aren't we okay because we've got these? So we've cut a lot of early game stuff. We've removed the hounds, we've removed Prim. But we're now maxed out on Luminous Magus, which gives us 2/2s with Ward. And we've got Olivia to draw 2 cards, restore 2. Although Amelia also draws 2. Oh, Amelia draws 2 Swordcraft followers, recovers. Okay. This feels like we're in the mid-range, proper mid-range build. Let's see how it goes. If we die to aggro, then that means our list is too slow. And if we can't aggro out Runecraft quickly enough, then it's the same issue. And let's go. Swordcraft Mirror. Okay, okay. We've never played Swordcraft before. This is our very first game ever. Let's jump in and see what happened.
With rain comes death.
Okay, we've got a curve. Let's throw away our slower cards. We've got a 2 and a 3. And then we've got Olivia into nothing. That's one of the struggles of Olivia, I guess. If we don't have small units to pair with Olivia, there's nothing really to maximize the super evolve with. And the turn Zirconia is solid as well, summoning 2 copies of Knight. It's a mirror. Let's play that out. We can do... I was thinking to go Zirconia this turn, but didn't realize we can't really evolve her just yet. So I think we're gonna go for a Valse this turn. Huh. Okay. Rose is nice. Follower strike. Pops something immediately. Valse deals 5 damage to something, which I think we just do the exact same play. But instead of going life, I think we can deal with the Valse here. We could potentially force a swing here as well. Or we can go for the Zirconia play next turn. Our opponent's thinking, do they take the trade? Huh. Knight has ward, right? Oh, nothing. Knight has nothing. So an evolving Zirconia, not really doing much.
The Lord Commander dons her mask.
Except for applying a wide board.
Reason.
Next turn we've got Zirconia again into an evolve again if we wanted to. Rose can draw us 2 Swordcraft followers and set its cost to 0. That's solid with Olivia, to be fair.
I yield.
They can't deal with our 2/2s. That is good. They have to evolve, which we don't mind that they're doing.
Not all is lost.
Sure. Then what? We'll take that.
All is lost. Not all is lost.
Ooh, that is nice. Luminous Magus stabilizes us for this turn. Although Rose draws us a unit for Olivia to super evolve next turn. A waste of play points then. So if we're wasting play points, then the argument is we should have played something solid earlier. I do want to draw a Swordcraft follower. Ooh! Ignominious Samurai has Rush. If you've unlocked Super Evolution, which we're doing next turn with Olivia, it gains Bane, so that means it's gonna wipe the board. That means we're ending the turn here, and we're stabilizing next turn. We don't have a board wipe though. Not just sure.
The Lord Commander.
Zirconia evolving. Okay. You do have to deal with our Rose though. Now is our big turn to stabilize. Oh wow. Seria, deal 1 damage to 2 random enemy followers. I think we can go for an extremely wide board here. Let's play out Olivia, drawing 2 cards, restoring 2 life. See what we get. Looks like we're getting solid things. Seria, Ignominious Samurai. Dealing 1 to 2 random enemy followers is not the best, to be fair. It's a combo with Rose though. That's why it's here.
Princess, I finally found you.
Most who take the high road.
Let's Super Evo here and deal with the board. The biggest board we need to deal with, which are these and Rose. And let's use our Bane unit here. And that's the board. Interesting. Looks like. Yeah. Amelia. Okay. Scary times indeed. Can you deal with our super evolution, though, is the question here. Or are you even gonna deal with our super evolution? They can use barrier, to be fair.
Be the war to end all wars. I lost sight of her. This is not the end.
We're losing fast, folks. What is happening? 6, restore 3 gives us 5. Right? No. 6, 1 plus 3 gives us 4. So we can go for Amelia into Zirconia. That's it. Next turn is when we can go for the Luminous Magus play. We can go for an Amelia into Zirconia play. We don't get much defense in that line, though. Are we dead? Amelia should have stabilized here, which we don't have. So I think the Odin line is our line here.
To me, troops.
And then let's trade there. But yep, we're out. We are out, folks, at this point.
Victory is
So let's go back to the drawing board. Do we have too many high costs? Or do we not have enough early game? Is that why Prim was there? Why is Prim a 2 of then, and not a 3 of? Huh. This has been a bit underwhelming. Not gonna lie. Unless it's solid verse with Rose, if we want to do a combo of Rose into this. Unless that's actually the combo here. But we already had a target for Rose anyway. Was Olivia too much? We drew cards, we dealt with the board. But not really. We didn't fully deal with the board. Like, for example, if we had a Geno there, that would have been the same. Geno would have been able to deal with 3 units. Was that just a bad draw? Let's try a bit more games. Another thing actually to take note of is we didn't maximize our play points. We wasted the play point. So I think there is an argument to spend it early on. Dog Sir to clear the board. Okay. That is good to know. I think we run Swordcraft because against Forcecraft we are solidly positioned, right? That's one of the arguments. So I think the dog is solid. Ooh, Seria is good here because it deals 1 damage randomly, so it can deal with a lot of fairies. And we got 2 Serias.
You're in the splash zone, pal.
Thinking, do we wait? Do we go for it? I think we wait still. If we draw into Luminous Magus, that's the one we want to spend our play points on. Seria can deal 2.
Where'd you go? It's not over yet.
And the next turn we can play Seria again. Turn after that, we can go for an Albert line. Okay. The board wipe with Seria. Looks like bad draw rin. in a sense yung matchup kasi early game wala kang low cost. That is true. That is true.
Where'd you go?
Something to take note of. Let's end the turn here. Is there a line here to just go for Albert, maximizing our play points? He has Storm, which means he can pressure the board. They're gonna trade one here, and they're forced to deal with the Albert early.
I lost sight of her.
Vals. Vals is solid as well. Enhance 6 gives it +2/+2. Seems like we keep wasting our play points, no? Although we can go for Amelia next turn to draw 2 cards, recover 3 play points. We're not gonna be super evolving her anytime soon, sadly.
The only trophy I need is your
I
heart.
need an adult.
But that's okay. Next turn, Amelia or Gildaria, actually.
Forest guard dons his mask.
When another allied follower enters the field, deal 1 damage to all enemy followers. So I think we are going to be using the play point here and thinking of either Gildaria or Amelia. I think Gildaria is the line. We'll have a wide board when we evolve her. She gives us 2 units, right? With Rush. And deals damage. I mean, what else can we ask for at this point? Do we want to swing 3 there? I don't think so. I think it's easier for them to deal with wide with a wide board than a tall board, but this was the same result. Gonna deal 8 across the board.
Balance achieved.
We do have an Olivia line here. Do we want to do that though? Amelia into we draw 2. Saves our play point as well. I don't think that's the worst, to be fair. It's good to draw 2 now. Oof. What is this? That's a lot of high cost units. Oh wow. We have to evolve here then. To clean up the 5/5. What is going on here? Nothing. Wasting the 3 play points. Okay. We need a smaller curve. 100% now. This is too much. Hurts my soul. Cool. There's a wide board here, but we have Amelia to stabilize. And I think Amelia looks like a bomb. Good luck, buddy. All of these have ward, all of these have rush. Over my dead body is what they're saying. Wow. Bye. Sure. That's why it's a good matchup, because they have to deal with our ward units, plus they need to deal with our tall units as well. Very strong and very interesting to see. And then we have the Albert line to just end the game. Not yet, next turn, but it's there. Very interesting. Ooh. Okay, then what? Too many high costs. I don't disagree. This is too many. Ugh. Huh. Few lines we can go for is Odin or Olivia into Luminous Lance Trooper. That's also solid. Thinking hard. I think we can go for an Odin. Start pressuring life. Is there a chance we just lose to Roach? Maybe. 12 is quite low. Not gonna lie. Are they going for it? 10. No more space. Unless they bounce something. Huh. Gildaria wipes the board up quite nicely. Hold on. Do we have space? 7. 7. It brings us to 4. We can Zirconia. After an Olivia. That would give us 2 units, but then that's a wide board. While Gildaria can clean up the board quite nicely. Gildaria and a Luminous Magus, I think. Whenever an allied follower enters the field, deal 1 damage to all enemy followers. That's gonna clean up the board.
A harmony of death and destruction.
We can start with this.
Moving out.
Very nice, Gildaria. Very nice indeed, buddy. Are we losing now from 8? It's a nice little board here. Gildaria is strong. 1 1s, okay. 2 1s. We're still alive at 4.
Trample our home.
Sure.
Balance achieved.
Bug alert. Down to 2 life. Interesting. Hello, Gildaria. Hello, Albert as well. Thinking hard. Olivia into a 5 cost is solid. Olivia gains us 4. Gains us 2 life, bring us back to 4. If we play out Zirconia, we can wipe the board. They'll swing for 2 at us. And we'll still be on 2 life. Do we have defensive lines? Another line is to just wipe the board up. With Gildaria. I think we go for the Olivia line here. This is gonna draw us 2 cards to see what we can get. We can get a Luminous... No Luminous Magus. So a Zirconia here versus an Albert. I think we go for the Zirconia.
The Lord Commander dons her mask.
And then let's Super Evo. 2 thingies. Let's swing there. And swing there. Wait, what? Why didn't Zirconia give us 2 copies of Knight? Does that not work? A super evolve Greya all the time. We get the deal 3. Why did we not get the Knight? Huh. Making us think. Was that a bug? We triggered the evolve, right? And we should summon 2 copies of Knight. It's not relevant, we still lost anyway. But... Olivia doesn't proc abilities from Super Evo. So it just actually flips it to become stronger. You don't get the effect. Okay, that's not great at all. So, Doggy, where's our cute little puppies? Hounds of War. Summon 2 copies of Hound of War. Strong. So 6 brings us a lot of thingies. That's gonna give us a wide board to clean up nicely. Is this one too many Odins? Is the thing. Amelia is a nice board clear. One less Odin, I think. And I've seen other units play this Flash Tap Quick Blader. That's not bad as well. Prim's Princess's Picnic. Thinking hard. Is Nonja solid? Or do we just go 0 Hounds of War and go for Prim? Hounds of War is a nice board clear though. This has been underwhelming for me. Seria Gunslinger Maid. Yes, it combos with the Rose, but we don't really need the combo for Rose. We can just do good things with the Rose nonetheless. Super Evolve, give all other allied followers on the field +1/+1. What we're after is the Luminous Magus lines. They have not been showing up at all. So Hound versus Prim. Hound versus Prim. Let's try the Hound first and see where we go from here. I mean, they are 4-2 as well. If that is not dealt with, then we will be in a great position. Home ranked match. Let's go.
With rain comes death. Those ephemeral dreams. I'll bind them together.
No Amelia. No Amelia. Zirconia. We're going second. I think we want aggro starts here. Looks good. You've got Seria to deal with 1 if they played like the Puppet Master. Okay, artifacts. Artifacts. Amelia on 6 to bring out one of these. Looks solid. Okay, Puppet. We saw a Puppet. We drew a Luminous Magus. That is great. So Ignominious Samurai can deal with that. And this is my issue with Seria. It just doesn't line up nicely. Dealing 1 damage to 2 random enemy followers. Having this in your deck means you have a bad card in your hand. For the possibility to play out Rose, which is not the best in my opinion. So let's deal with that using Valze and the turn here. And go from there.
For you, dear, I would give anything.
The warmth of darkness escapes us all.
Let's see. Two 2/2s. We have the Luminous Magus to play out, which is quite nice. We don't even have to evolve because we've got a lot of sticky units at this point that they have to deal with. So they're a hybrid. They're running gears and puppets, which means they have either the best of both worlds or the worst of both worlds. So they're going to be slow at creating the 10 cost, but they will have some answers to us. That's the power of puppets. You can have answers early on. I'm having a look at other Swordcraft lists as well. In the meantime, what's happening? You can't deal with our board, buddy. Even if they do, we have another Luminous Magus they have to deal with. Oof. Sure.
Lacked foresight.
This feels like the strongest card in the deck, to be fair. It just stabilizes us hard. Ooh. Let's play that out. And end the turn again, forcing our opponent to deal with that. We've got Geno in the next turn. If we want to deal with the board. Oh, they're gonna wipe the board with that play. But if that happens at the end of turn, then that's your turn. You're not swinging at all. Cool. Dead card. Such a dead card. Ugh. We'll take it. Geno can wipe the board. Amelia gains us 3 play points, which we can use Zirconia with afterwards. No, that's bad though. Why would we? Amelia into the Luminous Magus should be the line. Like, Balls can deal 5 damage to something and chill for a bit. Afterwards, I think we should play out Geno and wipe the board. Very strong. That is quite solid here. And then from here, we can evolve 1 to deal with that if we wanted to. Do we want to? I think we do.
Never forgive.
Huh.
Change doesn't scare me anymore.
No answer to Geno?
Let's do this together.
Oof. Super evolve, sure. Geno is strong, huh? Geno is forcing these lines. These awkward lines. Interesting. Hello, top deck.
Fate's head will roll. To me,
Boom. Don't need to use the evolution just yet. Setting ourselves up for a nice Amelia. Dead card. Why are you here? Why are you here, buddy? That could be a Prim, I think. Oh, there's the 3-cost 2/3 as well. That wipes the board. But this can be the Hounds as well.
Eat my stardust.
Zirconia, Gildaria.
Okay to feel sad.
It's a mix of Swordcraft lists. It's like they don't know what the... There's a lot. There's Olivia builds. There's non-Olivia. What's this? Why is there a huge board right now? Amelia can clean up here. This is great. Not as much as we'd like though.
over my dead body. My oath is fulfilled. My dead body.
9964. This deals 3 damage to all enemy followers, while this one deals 3 damage to leader.
Over my
Thinking.
dead body. My over my dead body.
I was just ripping up.
Do we super Evo or normal Evo? I think we normal Evo here.
I fear neither death nor pain.
And clean that up. Cool. And I think we're chilling from here. Next turn we go for an Amelia into hopefully something like a Luminous Magus. and go from there. That's not too bad. We'll take that bullet.
To be my legacy. The warmth of darkness escapes us all.
5 to life is okay, I think. We've got Amelia again to clean this up quite nicely. Not that nicely anymore. We're down to 7. Lance Trooper is great with Amelia as well. Amelia and Amelia. Okay. I think we can start with an Amelia. It's gonna give barrier to all of our other units if we super evolve. 6 brings us back to 6 to play a Vals to deal 5. Nope. We have to go for Amelia. They have to deal with this as well. And then that's a trade. Ooh, should we super evolve this instead of Amelia? I think we do. That looks like a cool little soldier right there. Let's end the turn here. Do they have an answer for this board state? Can they combine into 10 cost? They can! Oof. Not working. It is not working, guys. We are learning the deck as well. So let's throw these away and test out Prim. Prim looks pretty solid. Geno could really be a 3 of. Not gonna lie there. Looks solid though. Solid early game, got a good curve. We got Amelia, so let's try it out. Let's have a look and see. We are on AA0, which is good for us. This is good practice. Boom, we're going first against Runecraft. Control deck. So the game plan here is to swing with Albert and end the game. We need good curves though. Prim is nice as a curve helper in this regard. Turn 1, we don't really have a line. If, for example, we're struggling here, then there's an argument to play the aggro build. So are we going for Prim or are we going for Lance Trooper? I think Lance Trooper is the line here. To have a wide board. Amelia into Luminous Magus is busted. We do that on turn 8. On 8 play points. Yes, we've got damage to do at the moment, which is quite nice. And let's have a wider board even. I know how to play as Spell Boost Earthright, so we know that there's no board wipe at this point. Which means this is going to be free damage here. They could at most deal with 1. Or none. Looks like none is the answer. And then next turn they'll stabilize with Anangrea. We are okay with, to be fair. We'll have an extremely wide board here. If there's no Anne and Greya at this point, we will be in such a solid advantage that we... Oh, Edelweiss is quite strong as well.
Shall we pack up
Huh.
the clouds won't know what hit 'em.
We'll take it.
I demand a rematch.
We can evolve now if we wanted to. Nonja. There's a Prim, give this follower +1/+1 and Bane. Do we go for that line? Thinking.
Lovely day for a picnic.
I think we just go for an extremely wide board. Oh, it has Rush. Oh, because of this. Great.
Stop right there. Stop right
I was worrying about that, but sorted. Next turn, Amelia. Get the 3 play points back, or Luminous Magus if they wipe the board. We are putting them already on Albert range. What do we do on 6?
Foiled again, but not.
Is it just the Magus?
Not all is lost. Not all is lost.
I mean, Amelia on curve is not bad. Drawing 2 and recovering 3 play point. Hello. Hound of War. Playing this gives us 3 4/2s, which we can use 1 to deal with that, and Prim as well. Deal with that. Luminous Magus gives us a wide board, but I think playing the Hound of War out is solid. So, our game plan from this point moving forward is just keep our opponent on 11 life, hope to draw into Albert to end the game, and go from there. So as long as we play units every time and we deal with their units every time as well, we will be in a good position. And on 8 we have the Amelia Luminous Magus line, which is busted against this because barriers, we struggle hard against barriers as Runecraft. So that is something to look forward to. And then Greya comes down, sure. It's lining up nicely for us with Geno. Cool, we'll take that. So Geno here is gonna bring out 2 units because whenever you swing, you get a barrier and you get a unit. So now we have a whiteboard again. We're just maintaining the pressure every turn. If they clean up again, we have Amelia Luminous Magus, right? You gain 3 play points, you draw 2, super evolve, you gain barrier for everyone. So this is the combo play. Rally's at 14 as well, which means we will be soon super evolving Gildaria for free. Busted. Deck's busted. Against Runecraft at least. Which means we are not incentivized to play an aggro setup. They'll have to deal with Geno, my friend. Oh wow, this is lining up nicely for us. Because the one unit that doesn't have barrier is Amelia, who will be super evolved at this point, who can swing for free at Anengreya. Oh yes. And then from here, Luminous Magus. And then from here, let's super evo and provide barriers to everybody. Swing there and end the turn from here. How do you deal with barriers? Well, you have 1, I guess. Onion Patch to remove 1. But it is gonna be tricky. You can do a William plus a 3 cost Sage Light, but you don't have enough Earth Sigils. Or Norman and be defensive as well. I like that we're playing against our deck. It's nice. We know the limitations. Norman, sure. So life gain, I guess. Super Evo as well. That's a waste of a Super Evo right there.
There are countless combinations.
My oath is fulfilled.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage at this point. Albert? No Albert. Ooh. Rose is nice. If the opposing follower is damaged, destroy it. We can also just have Bane swing there. But Rose draws us a card, positions us quite nicely. So let's swing once there. And free kill.
And perfectly good materials.
Swinging there.
My dead body.
Where's our storm units? We need storm units.
I lacked foresight.
Gildaria is super evolved now. We can play out Amelia into Gildaria here. Busted as well, I think. Or we're just waiting for an Odin or an Albert. Nothing. I called out to you guys. Let's go for it. Amelia. Draw 2. Nothing still. So let's play out a free super evolution in the form of Gildaria. Boom, boom. Let's play out Prim. Now we do a free super evolution here, giving barrier to everyone again.
This be the war to end all wars.
And then we go from here. Oh, we should have swung first then. I didn't know that. Wait, did we not get barrier at all? We did, right? We should have swung here. I didn't know that you lose the barrier.
I must
Painful.
stay strong.
Albert, where are you? Odin, where are you as well?
On to the next round.
Williams wiping the board. Okay. Looking Smart's gonna deal 2.
We pack up for the day.
But you've now run out of cards, my friend.
The spark of knowledge.
Albert? Nope. Luminous Magus. Vals is great. Vals gives us ambush, which they can't really deal with. And then Nonjas are 2/2s. Zirconia is gonna pressure our opponent to have a board clear again.
Fluid de paix.
Also gonna pump our Vals. He's Swordcraft, right? Nice. So let's end the turn, wait for a removal spell. If there's none, then we're good. Oof. Sage Light board wipe. And Kuon. Huh. Quite scary. Where's Albert? Albert, where are you? You've unlocked Super Evo. Give this follower Bane, which we have unlocked. So now it has Bane. Means that's a trade. And then let's play out Amelia. Deal with this next, please. Thank you.
Coming through.
No answers still. Hmm.
Spark of knowledge.
Okay.
Transform yourself.
Norman. Golems. Sure. We can deal with the golems though. With an Odin. And that's it. That's the game, folks. We got our win right here against the mirror match. The power of Swordcraft is showing itself. It's our first time piloting it. It's our first win as well. And we won against the deck that we have 250 games in. So that's good. It rewards familiarity with our own deck. And I think we will end the stream here. We've had a good run. We are now practicing Swordcraft. We'll continue, I guess, off stream as well, just to see if we can tweak this better. Line up nicely with how the metagame is looking. But for now, this is us. If you enjoyed the stream, hit that like button. Subscribe as well. We're on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Follow as well. You're more than welcome to. This is how our stream goes on a regular basis. Just a nice, chill hangout. And this is us. So in life, stay kind. In Shadowverse PvP, stay ruthless. We are going to be heading off in 3,